Up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to Surviving Rocklahoma, your official podcast of Rocklahoma. Hopefully everything is coming through loud and clear. Let me know if you've got audio. I have another packed episode for you this week on Surviving Rocklahoma. That's right, I am your host with the Locks That Rocks, Adam Richmond. And I am coming at you live across platforms. I think my feed is a little behind. Yes, everybody's feed is just a little bit behind, but that's all right. I lost power like right before it's time to go live, so I had to get it all booted back up. So fortunately, we made showtime, give or take a couple of minutes, so I'm running on Indian time. So, how's everybody doing? How is your year going thus far? We are 1 week into 2024, and you guys, I loved the last episode. We had 8 musical features packed in to one episode, and everybody loved it. Well, except for the Facebook algorithms that like to mute your music, but we got it taken care of, I believe. Remember, if you would like to listen to this podcast on demand, you can find us on iHeartRadio, iTunes, anywhere you get your podcasts, including Spotify. And we've now made Audible as well. So check us out, Surviving Rocklahoma, anywhere that you get your podcasts. Now, before we get into the show, I would like to pay homage to the sponsors. But before we do that, let you guys know that we are going to begin this broadcast the same way we do each and every week. So go ahead and get your refreshments ready. Get you a cold one, get one to puff on, whatever you got to do. In the meantime, I want to give a huge shout out once again to our sponsors. First up, we've got DEB Concerts, who answers the question, what do you want to do with your life? I want to rock. And rock he does. And rock he will be doing at the Vanguard of Tulsa. We shared the flyer just as soon as the announcement was made. You can find it on Surviving Rocklahoma, the Facebook page. We've got Lita Ford and Last in Line is going to be playing at the Vanguard in Tulsa, April 16th. That is going to be an amazing show. Lita Ford, everybody knows who Lita Ford is, one of the queens of rock. Last in Line is also an amalgamation of legendary rockers that came together and formed a super group their own. Make sure you check him out on Spotify and all of that. We're going to try to make that show. Hopefully we can get in media and bring you an interview with somebody from those bands. Now, also want to give a huge shout out to At Your Service Rentals, your official purveyor of poo shacks. That's right, Brett and the Poo Crew is gearing up. They have they have always provided stellar service, and they are the only ones that I know of that provide portable restrooms to your own campsite at a music festival. Now, they service Rocklahoma and Born and Raised music festivals, but they also do more than just festival poo shacks. They also do all sorts of event rentals, or event supply services rentals, from temporary fencing to sanitation stations, portable restrooms, shower houses, and all that other stuff. Make sure you head on over to aysrentals.com. Make sure that once the Rocklahoma lineup comes up here, I don't know when, but once that's announced, I'm sure they will begin taking reservations in a couple of months. It's still early, guys. We got 9 months, right? So, but once those open up, make sure that you get your own reservations. That way you're not left out in the middle of the night waiting in line to take a load off. If you catch my drift, like that guy. Hey, what are you doing over there?
Dinner was full.
Yeah, he didn't call at your service rentals. Also want to give a huge shout out to Rockavet, who has been helping facilitate the giving of the medicine that is music to veterans for years now. We've given over 60 passes to a plethora of concerts, including Rocklahoma and Born and Raised music festivals. And they have no sign of slowing down. I do know that they've had 5 sets of tickets donated to them just last week for a couple of concerts, including Paralander and a few others. So make sure that you get a vet friend, family, or yourself, but get a vet over to Rockavet on Facebook and give it a like and a follow. Join the community. It is an amazing group of individuals from all walks of life, but they all have that common bond, and that's that they risked it all and put their lives on the line for us to have the freedom to rock out and party and have fun. So join me and everybody else and give a salute to your veterans. Now, also want to give a shout out to the Rocklahoma bitches. These ladies are just, I love these girls, and they love Rocklahoma, and that's why they were so animate about sponsoring the show. And I believe they are going to be at a couple festivals near you as well. So much love to the Rocklahoma bitches. Also want to give some love to the big old bus. Bussing in the debauchery for a couple of years now. And you cannot walk across the Rocklahoma campgrounds without noticing this giant orange bus full of all kinds of sights to behold. And we're not going to go into details because what happens at Rocklahoma stays at Rocklahoma, or whatever festival they're at. That's right, they're branching out, folks. They also made appearances at Rock the River and Rock the Equinox last year, and they've also got some other big plans ahead. So make sure that you follow Big Ol' Bus on Facebook. And if you would like to sponsor the show, folks, and work with us this season, I guess you can call it, this coming year, make sure you shoot us an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. Now, with that being said, folks, we've paid the bills, so now it is time to crack open a cold one. What are you all drinking? Go ahead and drop it in the comments. I myself am having my traditional yellow belly. I want to give a huge shout out to Prior Liquors, Wine, and Spirits, who are sponsoring this cheers as we crack open a cold one, as we crack open the broadcast. So everybody with me, here we go. Cheers, everybody. It feels like a Monday now. How about you guys? How was your Monday? I tell you, it was a cold one. And it is only going to get colder. We are expecting a cold front coming through this week, so make sure you all bundle up. You wrap those that plumbing, those pipes, if you haven't already. Check all those nooks and crannies.
Giggity.
And make sure that you don't have any cold drafts blowing in. I myself had a heater emergency today, and we are going to have to get that fixed because it is going to get cold as bourbon and Pepsi. Well, cheers. Well, yes, I totally segued into that one. How are you guys doing in the comments? I see you all joining me. I see Katie Beck and Nicole. The other half of Camp Mardi Gras, Christy Gross, is in the comments, as well as Jason Polk, the band She Hates Me Not. We saw a clip from them last week, and they're in the comments tuning in as well. What is up, man? Mama Joe Fane is in there, as well as Scott Bond. What up, buddy? Is following us on YouTube. Remember, we are not only on YouTube, but we are on Facebook and Twitch as well. And I want to also thank everybody for joining us for our inaugural live stream our inaugural game stream, as we played some Ark last week. Would have played some more, but it was a busy week. Got one of the rocks stuck in my... Yeah, it was an amazing, it was a fun time. We're going to do some more of those. Very Naked and Afraid style. You're dumped into the middle of nowhere, surrounded by dinosaurs and a million things that want to eat you. And we played into the wee hours of the morning, and we're going to do another live stream this week. So make sure that you join us over on Twitch. So we've got a couple of things that are developing this year for Surviving Rocklahoma. One, we are looking to make some changes around here to make things a little more versatile, I should say. And we might stretch our arms a little bit. And who knows, we might change the way we look and do things around here, because we want to start visiting other festivals as well. We've been invited to several, including Rock the Equinox, which we've been covering for several years. Last year, Rock the River made its debut, and they are coming back bigger and better this year, and already taking submissions. So if you have a band that you would like to submit to be considered for Rock the River 2024, make sure that you get those in. You can find them on Facebook. That's Rock the River, R-A-W-K, the River. Also, a little birdie told me that you're going to be seeing a little bit more of Surviving Rocklahoma down there as we survive the river. And we're also putting in for a couple of festivals across the country this year, as we want to make another road trip. Angel and I had a blast last year at Rock Island in Key West, Florida. Photography by Angel Lee is someone that we linked up with a couple of years ago, and we had an amazing time this year. We would have done Born and Raised. Unfortunately, I ran into some medical issues. You all know all about that. We'll touch on that here in a little bit. But we are looking for our next destination to bring you sights, sounds, and perspective from another festival abroad. Now, how about you guys? What do you all have going on in the year 2024? It is the time when all of the gyms are packed with those on their New Year's resolutions. Do you all have any resolutions? What are your goals for the year 2024? I would love to hear your New Year's resolutions. Shoot me an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com, for a chance to have those featured on the air. Or if it's a quickie, just drop it down here in the comments. What is your New Year's resolution? So we have, we've got a full show, and it's not going to be one of those talky shows. It's going to be one of those jamming out shows full of music tunes from a local band near you. We love to feature bands here in the rural Oklahoma area. And this band is not any different. We covered them a few years ago. I'm trying to remember where we first seen them. I want to say the Blackbird on Pearl, followed up by an appearance here at Dwayne's place in Tahlequah. Well, I can tell you, you can catch these cats here in a couple of days, all of you Kansas folks, at Kirby's in Wichita, Kansas. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Wolf Ugly with Pheromones. And that was Pheromones by Wolf Ugly. Once again, you can catch them in a couple of days at Kirby's in Wichita, Kansas. Thank you so much for rocking the box. And if you would like to have your music featured here on the podcast, all you got to do is rock the box by shooting me an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. They dropped this one here just recently, and I absolutely love the chill vibe. It's, man, nothing gets you settled in like starting it off at a nice, easy pace as you get situated and you start taking the sippy sip and a little puffy puff, coughy cough, clear your throat because, oh crap, the song was over and it was on the air just in the nick of time. But I tell you what, you can get your tickets just in the nick of time because you got 2 days. They will be at Kirby's in Wichita, Kansas. And a little far from me, folks, but man, I would love to catch that show. You know, I also saw in the comments that something else is coming up. I mentioned Rock the Equinox, but I'm told that band submissions, if you would like to play that festival in Stigler, Oklahoma, Lake John Wells, it's a free show. Bring your kids. I bring a bouncy house. There's camping. There's a lake. There's music. Oh my gosh, it's just an amazing family-friendly time. And if you would like your band to play, well, be watching the Rock the Equinox Facebook page because I believe January 20th-ish, January 20th, they will begin accepting submissions for that festival. So bands, make sure you get that EPK together. Get yourselves some high quality recordings, whether it's just an MP3 or if it's a music video, lyric video, whatever, and send them in. Now, you can also practice by sending them to me at survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. Now, if you let's say you're a band and you need somebody to help you with a lyric video, or maybe you want a fresh logo, well, make sure that you check out Scene Queen Graphics. They've got reasonable prices, very, very reasonable prices, cheaper than I would have done them for. But she does amazing work. She's done my banner, and she has also worked with several festivals and a musician or two you may know. And India does an amazing job with Scene Queen Graphics. They've also partnered up with Stigler Printing. They've got some specials going around. Make sure that you check out Scene Queen Graphics and Stigler Printing so that you can see the prices and all of that good stuff. Get yourself branded, and so you can get out there and sell that merch and support local music. You know, speaking of festivals coming up this year, what is that? Justin Kirkpatrick. I am doing very well. Thank you for that. Let's see where we're at. Rocklahoma 2024. I don't have any developments on it just yet, but they did they did post on the Facebook page recently that renewals will be opening soon. So if you don't have your funds together, and I know this is tax return season, and if you're anything like our family and hundreds of other families I know waiting on those W-2s, just remember to budget in your rock funds. Now, there is always payment plans as well, but if you renew early, you get discounts and you get to lock in your seat from the previous year. And if the other people doesn't renew, the people who renewed first gets the ability to move the reserve seating up a little bit, or their campsites, and have, so you can move in. That's the way you do it. I've been getting my seat for going on 11 years now, and I'm on the 9th row. It took me years to get up that. And folks, I may do the podcast, but I buy my ticket just like everybody else, and that is an investment. And for those of us who are addicted to live music and festivals and camping and hanging out with all of our friends, having a good time and just being wild and crazy, everything Rocklahoma is all about, well, that is definitely worth the money. And I suggest very much to go VIP for that food. That's what I do. Go on to the comments. Rocklahoma Bitches will be at the Shrine on the 19th. Get your tickets. You know what? We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. And I tell you what, since we're talking about Rocklahoma 2024, let's talk about this band that played this past year. Now, I was going to play this song last week as we were recapping all of the folks who had dropped singles in 2023, but I just didn't have time to pack more music in. So here's a belated review from 2023 Rewind. This is Rocklahoma 2024 artist Dime Store Riot with Never Gonna Break Me.
Consequences, you're acting like a child. Erratic, constant state of mind. Can't stand it all much longer. You can't stand up at all. Neurotic, broken all the time. And I know that you hate me. And I know that you're that you blame me. Go ahead and forsake me, but you're never gonna break me. Your insecurities no longer grinding me. This is my way of letting go. Rebirth from all the ashes, I rise to take control. My fate forever now my own. And I know that you hate me. And I know that your anger burns in your veins. I know that you blame me. Go ahead and forsake me, but you're never gonna break me.
And that was Store Riot with Never Gonna Break Me. And as many of you pointed out in comments, you are absolutely right. You can catch them this weekend at the Diamond Ballroom, January 12th. They are working a show. They were just added to the lineup, I understand, a couple of weeks ago. They are going to be playing with Smells Like Nirvana, the Nirvana tribute band. And, geez, if I could get to Oklahoma City this weekend, I'd love to go to that one because I love me some Nirvana and I love some Dime Store Riot. Guys, in the comments, fake studio audience, let's give it up for some Dime Store Riot. Yes. You know, we've got another event coming up here in a couple of weeks, and this is so odd for me to talk about it because it's literally for my benefit. Good friend India and Tyler and a whole host of people, too many to name, have been coming together. Excuse me, it's the Yellow Bellies. Have come together to put on a benefit show for me to help raise some funds. If you didn't already know, I lost my hearing the latter part of last year. Fortunately, we have seen this one coming, so we were preparing. We already had the paperwork lined out and getting everything ready to get my cochlear implants, which I received November 29th. That's why we missed a couple of shows in December as I was recovering. I've now had 2 activations, so that means they turned on the implant and they have also done some fine tuning. We're going to have another activation here after the benefit in a couple of weeks. And after that, I'll go in for fine tuning every couple of months. So the Locks That Rocks is now hardwired to rock, as I'm now your favorite neighborhood cyborg. And remember, folks, a little cyborg never hurt anybody. And, you know, this benefit is going to be absolutely amazing. We've got a stacked lineup that have put together and came together and play this show at the Shrine January 19th. That's going to be not Friday, but I think the next Friday. And we've been featuring Shelter in Place a lot recently because they've just got that amazing track. They were on News Channel 8, I believe it was, as they played it live. So that is making its rounds. Amazing, amazing band. We've also featured Sabretooth a few times recently, as well as Doxy last week, who dropped a new single the early part of last year. Now, this band is also going to be playing at that same benefit. I hope to see everyone there. There's going to be some other stuff going on. You can have a chance to get you some memorabilia, and some of the list is insane. I mean, some of this stuff I want for myself, but you know, the bill collectors decided they wanted to, I've got some medical bills I got to pay. So with that being said, folks, I want to play this band who is going to be playing here in a couple of weeks, January 19th at the Shrine. And this song is just so special to me, and I think it hits for anybody who has lost anyone in kind of missing them. I know the holidays are rough, and this song really was just playing through my head all through the holidays. So this is Endfall with Ghost.
Shattered dreams like a memory. I was alive, I could feel your bones. There's a light in the distance, just out of reach, but it feels like home. And as the sky falls around me, I was alive, I could feel your bones. We had it all, but we lost it. We let it die in the dark to cold. Buried deep in our memory, we were alive in the afterglow. We had it all, but we lost it. We let it die in the dark to cold. Just floating up from existence. Just swept away in the afterglow. Voices whispering softly. I still retreat when you come too close. Shattered dreams turn to debris. I was alive, I could feel your ghost. There's a light in the distance, just out of reach, but it feels like home. And as the sky falls around me, I was alive, I could feel your ghost. We had it all, but we lost it. We let it die in the dark to cold. Buried deep in our memory, we were alive in the afterglow. We had it all, but we lost it. We let it die in the dark to cold. Just floating out from existence. Just swept away in the afterglow. There's no going back now. There's no going back now. There's no going back now. No going back now. We had it all, but we lost it. We let it die and the world turned cold. We had it all, but we lost it. I was alive, I could feel you. We had it all, but we lost it. We let it die in the dark to cold. Buried deep in our memories, we were alive in the afterglow. We had it all, but we lost it. We let it die in the dark to cold. Just floating out from existence. Just swept away in the afterglow. Voices whispering softly. They disappear when I come too close. Shattered dreams like a memory. I was alive, I could feel your ghost.
And that was the extremely heavy video for the extremely touching video Ghost by Endfall. You can catch them here in a couple of weeks when you come to the Shrine. I'm going to be there, as well as a whole lot of other rock family. I'm so excited to see everybody and all the bands that are playing. I want to thank everybody for all of their support as we are trying to raise those funds to pay some medical bills. You know, fortunately, I had insurance, so they took care of a large chunk, we'll say, of the doctor's bills, but this equipment wasn't cheap. With that being said, folks, we want to make sure that we are supporting all of our local music And we've had a couple other folks that rocked the box this afternoon whenever we put the Facebook post out there calling for local bands near and abroad to send their music to survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. We had a couple of laid back videos, a chill video, a heavy video. Well, I think it's time that we spice up things a little bit. We're gonna make things a little spicy. We're gonna put some southern twang, southern rock into your earbuds as we are going to feature this band. Their next gig is January 20th at the Iron Horse Records in Van Buren. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Aqua with Saturday Night.
You standing over there looking right all over me with that so-called hair and those big green eyes and those boots that went up to your knees.
And that was Aqua Fire with Saturday Night. Man, I am so ready to see these guys come to a venue near me. Now, that's not in the card right now. Hey, literally got a card. They are going to be playing January 20th at the Iron Horse Records in Van Buren, and you'll get another chance to see them in Fort Smith, Arkansas. They're going to be playing Heroes February 10th. Once again, that's Aquafire. Check them out on Facebook, YouTube, anywhere that you get your music. Also, folks, we like, you know what, speaking of, we haven't done this in a couple of weeks, and I think we've got to do it. So I tell you what, let's take a look at the calendar real quick. And this week, we have got Smells Like Nirvana. We featured one of the bands that's going to be playing earlier in the broadcast. This is a DCF Concerts presents Smells Like Nirvana, the Nirvana tribute band with special guest Dead Original and Dime Store Riot. It's going to be at the Diamond Ballroom, all ages show, general admission, standing room. Tickets are on sale now. Look up the Facebook event, and I'm sure you can get the tickets. Or you can look up the Diamond Ballroom on Facebook or go to their website. Also, on the 19th, you're going to be hanging out with me on the 19th. But if it sells out and you got nothing better to do, well, go check out the Warrant at the Hard Rock Live here at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino of Tulsa. Now, let's see what else we've got coming up. Now, Disturb is coming up January 27th at the Paycom Center, the Take Back Your Life Tour. February, we've got a show at the 23rd, live at the Vanguard Tulsa Traitora, Locust Grove, Shelter in Place, and Rid Them All of them great bands. That's one I'm definitely going to try to make. Also, Legends Pub House and Venue, Traitora, the Almas, Kira, Shelter in Place, and Endfall. John 5 is going to be at the Venue Shrine February 25th. Let me tell you, if you haven't seen John 5 perform, you do not know what you are missing. You have got to see the things that guy can do on stringed instruments. He's just insane and a very, very underrated guitarist. I believe he played one of the Rocklahomas past. I can't remember which one, if that got canceled. Also, yeah. And we've been talking about it all the whole episode because it's going to be a big deal, man. There's a lot of folks going to be there. And some of my favorite bands are coming together to party and hang out and put on a great show at the Venue Shrine on the 19th. In the comments, Sparrow from Endfall said, John 5 have had me tempted to take a trip. Not going to lie. I'm saying. Folks, we got one more band to feature before we run out of time. So this is another one coming at you straight from the Rock Box. I have not played this one before, and I absolutely love it. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is Rant with The Things They Carried.
shut your door and swallow the lie you install. Stop foreign lands. Can't wash the blood from your hands. Round out for you roam. You're shrinking now for your home. When in the return, don't have to go to hell to know how it feels to burn. Trust your countrymen to tell your stories, keep alive your greatest down. See how here fights to take a hill. The frightened boy we're trained to kill. The dead on their reed, left all alone. Our empty promises now shown. The things they can't read away like a stone. The things they can't read came back home. The dead on their reed, left all alone. Our empty promises now shown. The things they can't read away like a stone. The things they can't read came back home.
And that was Rant with the things they carried. And it looks by the comments that I might have messed up a show with one of the other bands, Aqua Fire. But make sure you check out all of these bands on their respective Facebook pages and social media accounts and Spotify's, YouTube's, and all of that other stuff. And like and subscribe, because those numbers really do matter, especially to those who are putting out content and trying to bring you really cool stuff. And the last of the bands that we featured was that band right there, Rant, the things they carried. We finished it off on a heavy note. And before we go, I just want to say, y'all, thanks. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, tuning in, joining the live stream, or just liking and subscribing. Remember, folks, if you would like your music featured on the podcast, well, just submit your music. Surviving at Rocklahoma at gmail.com. And if we're going to be playing your music, we might as well tell folks where you're going to be playing. For example, the Rant is going to be playing in Fort Smith, Arkansas at Heroes, April 1st. And it's just that easy. Well, all you got to do is submit your gig. Once again, the email is survivingrocklahoma at gmail.com. And if you're listening to us on Spreaker, Spotify, or anywhere you get your podcasts, well, make sure you hit that like and follow subscribe button for me as well. Now, I didn't realize we were so far behind in terms of getting things updated on the network. So this past week, I made sure all the episodes are available on the podcast networks, and I confirmed it. So in this episode that we're speaking on right now will be available tomorrow, maybe even tonight. You never know. It depends on what how much work I get done once we end the broadcast. So make sure that you guys throw us a like and a follow wherever you get your podcast or your music. And you know, folks, I want to give another round of applause to our sponsors. First up is DEB Concerts.
I wanna rock!
And don't forget about their show coming up April 16th at the Vanguard. Lita Ford and Last in Line. Don't you be last in line. Get those tickets. They are on sale now. Also, folks, At Your Service Rentals, your official purveyor of poo shacks for your campsites. And if you've got an event, if you've got something coming up and you need more facilities than what you have on hand or venue or whatever you want to call it, check them out, aysrentals.com. They've got a plethora of event services. Also want to give a shout out to Rock Event. I see Mr. Polk in the comments. And thank you once again, Jason, for joining me last week on Twitch as we embarked on our first of the Ark Survival Ascended game streams. We're going to do more game streams this week. We've been talking about a couple of different adventures we can take an audience on. So make sure that you, if you're the type to watch video games and people play video games, head on over to Twitch. It's a blast. I do know I came this close to peeing my pants at least 2 or 3 times that last stream. So it is definitely, things will jump out at you in the middle of the night. So definitely don't watch Jurassic Park before you play this game. Want to give a shout out to the Rocklahoma bitches, Kendra and Christy. I see Kendra in the comments. I saw Christy up there earlier. Thank you, girls, for supporting the show and everything you do for us and the Rocklahoma community. And the Big Old Bus for keeping us wild and avoiding the mild as they bring those buses up full of debauchery to a festival near you. Seeing is believing, and what happens at Rock stays at Rock. So next time that you are at Rocklahoma, Rock the River, Rock the Equinox, or who knows what other festival they got lined up, you can go over to the Facebook page, The Big Old Bus, and you can just get an idea of the craziness that these folks bring to the party. And folks, if you would like to link up and be one of our partners or sponsors, be sure that you send us an email, survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com. That does it for me. We are out of a time. This is your friendly neighborhood cyborg, the Locks That Rocks, Adam Richmond, reminding you folks, please stay on the positive side of life. And as always, rock on.